Evening all. This is a bass guitar, big black bass guitar. Lots of people play a bass guitar and make it sound like that, you know. That's one way of doing it. This is another way of doing it. For fear of any copyright infringement, those were deliberate mistakes, but Lemmy died last night. Lemmy Kilmister, the Lemmy, the one and only Mr. Rock and Roll, really. 70 years old. I'd heard they had just cancelled one of his gigs because his voice got better, but that's an old joke, but I'm sure, you know. I was very, very lucky to have seen them a whole bunch of times when I long while ago. I think when I was probably about 16, 17, I saw them on the Iron Fist tour, Hammersmith, and I saw them on Another Perfect Day tour, and I saw them on a couple of other tours. I saw them with the original Fast Eddie, Phil Taylor, Lemmy lineup at Hammersmith Odeon. That was a killer gig. That was a killer gig. I seem to remember that started off, it might have been Iron Fist too, big Iron Fist on the side of the stage doing this with big flashing lights in it. And then suddenly you had all this lovely classical music and we all thought we were in the wrong place. And so this enormous explosion and big loads of smoke, and they were already playing on the stage as the stage came lowered down from the sky. Very Spinal Tap. Bloody wonderful stuff. Phenomenal. Every time I saw them, great, great, great gigs. What can you say about Lemmy? He did it his way. I'm going to turn it off, sorry. He did it his way. Squire, Korean Squire, 5-string, HM bass, by the way. So anyway, yeah, I think most people have said what needs to be said already. A real one-off, and I'm going to raise a beer. We've got an English beer here. Seems quite funny that he was a big collector of Nazi memorabilia, so I'm drinking a beer called Spitfire here, which is of no relevance at all, but it's a laugh. Now, here you go, old boy. It's obviously a bit more, even more poignant in that Phil Taylor died back in November as well, and that was anyone who had actually seen that lineup in concert. I mean, that was. Yeah, how much energy can one person have? It's quite incredible. So, normally when a famous person dies, I'll sit there and I might raise a beer, either on camera, but usually to myself, and I'll sit outside and I'll either go down the river and look at the river, or sit here and think about the river. But this is Lemmy, you see, so raising a beer doesn't really seem enough. So I've got a brandy as well. It's what he would have wanted. There you go, Lemmy. Good work. And because it's Lemmy, and don't do this, kids, this is stupid, I have a cigarette as well, which I don't usually do on camera, not on, so. What doesn't kill us makes it stronger, until it kills us, isn't it? But, that's quite enough of that. It is a huge loss. They're one of the bands that did one thing brilliantly, I think. I don't think that's particularly unfair to say. They had their sound, they had their thing, and they didn't need to do anything else. And why the hell would they? And I described it earlier as it's just this simplicity, this uncompromising simplicity in what they did. They'd count to 4, everything would go crash, and then when they'd finished, it would go crash and they'd stop, and that's how their entire gigs went and how their entire discography went, and bloody marvellous. Good luck to them, because we need that once in a while. A bit of a reality check. It's fine. I mean, I've just been recording here, and you know, some of the tracks we've been working on, we're just layering sounds over sounds over sounds, and you then go and listen to the Ace of Spades or something similar, and that's cut down and simple. What more do you need? Anyway, those of you who aren't familiar with his work with Hawkwind as well, or who Hawkwind were, go and check them out, because you know, space rock as we know it. And he was a big part of that band for 3 years until he got fired. But it's Lemmy we're talking about, so you've got to expect that. Anyway, that's it for this one. Yeah. Play his music, play it loud, enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, good people. Take it easy.